Okay, so think about this for a second. You know how achieving, well, pretty much anything you really want often feels like just a massive uphill climb. Like it's all about hard work, grinding it out, just putting one foot in front of the other. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into something that kind of flips that idea on its head. It comes from this really interesting YouTube video by Russ Latow. And he uses this metaphor suggesting that maybe, just maybe, the journey isn't always about pure effort. Sometimes there might be an easier way. So our mission here is to unpack this whole stairs and elevators idea when it comes to getting what you want. And crucially, figure out how you can tell which one, which path you should be on at any given moment.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because we are so conditioned to think it has to be the hard way, the stairs.
Exactly. That stairs part of the metaphor Russ Latow uses, it nails that conventional wisdom, right? It's the effort, the struggle, the sweat you expect to put in. It makes sense because that's what we're told. School, work, everywhere. If you aren't struggling, are you really trying? That seems to be the message.
Oh, absolutely. That conditioning runs deep. We're basically taught that progress equals effort. Often, like a lot of effort.
Right.
And the belief underneath is, if it feels easy, maybe you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Where you're not really working towards it.
Yeah, or not working hard enough.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So we just automatically look for the stairs.
Yeah.
It's hard to even conceive sometimes that there might be another option available.
Okay, but then comes the counterpoint, the elevator. This is where it gets really interesting. Latow suggests there are these moments, these opportunities where progress can happen with, well, way less effort, like finding a shortcut you didn't even know was there. But hang on, isn't it easy to mix that up with just, wanting an easy out or wishful thinking?
That's a really important question.
Yeah.
And it's not just about feeling good or avoiding work. The source talks about specific conditions, actual indicators that an elevator is present. Things like being in creative flow, having a body that is relaxed, and actively practicing being aware.
So not just feelings, but actual states you can recognize.
Exactly. These are physiological and psychological signals. Creative flow, for instance, that's a brain state, right? Where problem solving feels almost effortless. Solutions just appear.
Right, I know that feeling.
And a relaxed body that tells your nervous system you're safe, you're receptive, not stressed out in fight or flight. So your mental energy isn't tied up in just being tense. When these things line up, the elevator, well, it feels like it just arrives.
Okay, so if those states, the flow, the relaxation, the awareness are the indicators, then the big challenge, I guess, is knowing when they're really happening and trusting them enough to, step onto the elevator instead of heading for the stairs again.
Yes, because you're fighting against that ingrained habit, that conditioning we talked about.
Decades of it, probably.
Absolutely. So the key isn't just noticing these states passively. It's an active practice. Really tuning in, listening to your body, noticing the quality of your thoughts, checking in with your intuition. If you're not doing that, you'll just default back.
Back to the stairs.
Back to the stairs, back to the effort. It's this constant tension, really, between what we've learned, push harder, and the potential for ease. But what's really interesting is sometimes, even with all that conditioning yelling at you, that creative flow or that deep sense of calm, it can be so undeniable. It's like this quiet internal nudge saying,
Take the elevator.
Take the damn elevator. Exactly. It's this subtle invitation. And it's about learning to trust that feeling more than the old programming. Even just noticing a little tension in your shoulders. That might be your body saying, hey, you're trying to climb stairs again, but look, the elevator's right here.
Wow. Okay. So for everyone listening, what this boils down to is that your journey, your path to getting what you desire, it involves both. There will be times for the stairs, for the effort, but there are also these moments, these elevators waiting. And the way to tell the difference, the way to catch that elevator is through awareness, really tuning in, noticing your creative state, how relaxed or tense your body is, just being present to what's actually happening inside you.
It's about noticing those subtle signals.
Yeah. So maybe take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. How often have you pushed and struggled, absolutely convinced it was the only option? Could there have been times you missed an elevator because you were just so focused on the climb, so conditioned to expect the stairs?
It's a powerful question to ask.
It really is. So here's something to think about. What elevators might you be overlooking in your own journey right now, simply because you're conditioned to always look for the stairs?